Hello, everyone. I'm Vedant Bahel, and yeah, this is Microsoft Student Partner MSP program, a global initiative call. The wait is over, so we are finally beginning with the call. So we are all MSPs from various location, and we took this initiative to organize a global call so that we can help the community know what is about the MSP program and know how to join the program to prepare your application, how the things work, and all those things. So here I'm from India. There are people from Hong Kong, UAE, UK, Colombia, and Mexico. And so we all bring to you this global call. The agenda of the call is as follow. We'll be looking at what is MSP program, how to prepare your MSP application, MSP experience, benefit of being a MSP program requirement, Imagine Cup, and all these things. So I hope you enjoy it. Just for clarifying, I hope you can hear me. If any of you can unmute and tell me. Okay, I'm removing the link now. I'll start from start again. Okay. Hi everyone. So I'm Vedant Pahel, and we are bringing to you this global call about the MSP program. We are going to cover a few things about the program, and this call is being brought to you by six MSPs from all over the world, from India, Hong Kong, UAE, UK, Colombia, and Mexico. So this is global initiative which we have taken. And yes, the agenda of the call is as follow. It's about what is MSP program, how to prepare your MSP application, experience as MSP being will be shared on this call. Again, benefits of being MSP, program requirements, and about the Imagine Cup. So yeah, so here we go with the introduction. Daniel, what do you mind in introducing yourself?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is
Hello.
Daniel. I'm from Colombia, but now I'm studying system engineering at the University of Cuenca in Ecuador. I also have the pleasure of being in the Microsoft Student Partner program in Ecuador and leading Microsoft Student Partners Cuenca community at my university. In addition, I love to hold workshops and carry out technologies initiatives for the benefits of society. If you need help, you can find me on all social networks like ES Daniel Gomez. It will be a pleasure to be able to interact with you. Welcome to all.
Thank you, Daniel. Sharif from America, from Mexico.
Okay, so can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you, Sharif.
Super. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Sharif. I'm a Venezuelan, but I'm actually studying at Mexico. My university is Tecnológico de Monterrey, here in the campus Monterrey. My degree is in digital systems and robotics engineering. I'm actually in my third year. And also, I'm an Industry 4.0 intern in a little company here in Mexico who actually has presence worldwide. So welcome everyone. You can follow me on my social media, on my Instagram, GitHub, and LinkedIn to connect. And if you have any questions, you can count on me.
Thank you, Sharif. It's again me. I'm Vedant Pal. I'm a student of GH Raishini College of Engineering, Nagpur in central India. My major is in information technology. I'm in second year and minor in AI. Again, I'm founder of a company, Data Reels. My company help enterprises provide AI solution to enterprises for business transformation. We currently serve in India and UAE, and will be soon expanding to a member of IEEE student branch at my university. Following on my link, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter, you can connect to me. You can take a screenshot of the link if you want, and yes, you can connect to me. I'll be happy to share all your doubts and queries. Thank you. Hi, Alex. You can
Hello
SZE.
everyone, can everyone read me?
Yeah.
Hello, so I'm Alex and I'm from Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. I'm a year two student who's studying in computer science. And here are my social media accounts. You can contact me if you have any questions. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. We have Salman on board with us.
Hi guys, my name is Salman and I currently study in the United Kingdom. I'm a student at the University of Nottingham and I'm studying computer science and artificial intelligence. I've been a Windows Insider since 2015, so Microsoft is really my passion. As you can see, this is a picture I took. My side hustle is photography. I do work as a software engineer. And I love webinars and providing a platform for other students. Community is something I really care about, as you can see with some of the images on screen. I just really love building a community and would love to work with you guys in the future.
Thank you,
So,
Salman.
yeah, hi everyone. I'm Sabiha, and I'm currently an undergraduate student at BITS Pilani, Dubai, and I'm majoring in computer science. And I'm a strong women in tech advocate, and over the course of the MSP program, I've been trying to conduct and bring about the number of women participation in my community. And apart from that, I am also the chair of the Association of Computing Machinery for Women at my college. And basically, I just love to bring about more women participation in technology in my community. And apart from that, I'm also the founder of Zoo, which is basically a mobile platform that helps reduce fatalities on the road due to distracted driving. And I'm so excited to get to know all of you guys and looking forward to hearing your questions on the call.
Thank you, Sabiha. So let's start with the first question, and the most important question maybe that all of you have in your mind. What is MSP program? So this is a global program brought to you by Microsoft Corporation, especially for students. So it's a global program, as I said, with a few pillars, which are learn, share, and network. So you get opportunity to learn upcoming technologies. You share with others in your local community. You organize workshops, webinars, and more you organize, the more you share, the more you get is the funda behind this program. You get to network people all over the world. Like I got networked with Alex, Salman, Sabiha, Sharif, and Daniel, and we got this call organized for you. So this was the networking which we did on under this program. You get to develop personality. You get lots of opportunity to showcase yourselves, to showcase your personality. You get mentorship for projects and a lot more. More you'll get to so you get your answers for this question maybe as we go ahead with this call. And yeah, so over to Sharif, how to prepare your MSP application.
Okay, so let's get it started. Actually, the way of for applying for the Microsoft Student Partners Program is pretty simple. Um, Let me show you. The only things you need the requirements for applying for the program is that you must be at least 16 years old at the moment of submission. Also, you have to be enrolled full-time in an accredited academic institution, which means that you have to be students, right? That's the point of the program. And actually, some experience in technology and programming, coding, and any other kind of technology is pretty helpful, but it's not mandatory since the program actually has a lot of resources and contacts and people and a community that will help you to learn and to grow new skills in tech. Because the main object of this program is to boost your career in tech, to learn, to lead, and also empowering those people around you with all the resources that you're getting from the program. So how to apply? Let me change this slide. How to apply, it's pretty simple. You only have to go to the studentpartners.microsoft.com website, and then you can click in the button of apply now. That will take you to sign in on your Microsoft account, and if you don't have one, you can register for a new one, and then it will take you to application form. The application form starts with the privacy and terms section. In this privacy and terms section, you only have to read it and agree in order to continue. Once you click the checkbox and click on next, it will allow you to start seeing the other sections. So this is what it will show you. And we can take a quick look at every section of the application form. So the information to fill the form, it's actually also pretty simple. It's personal info like your name, your last name, your contact email, your gender, and also if you check, we were talking about the application form. So I was telling you that the personal info section is simple to fill. So it's only going to ask you your name, your last name, your contact email, gender, and you can even check that box in order to also include a phone number if you want to. Also, your school info, which is going to ask you the name of the school, where are you from, and which degree are you in, and also your expected graduation year. Then there is a written sample section. Actually, this section is pretty important in your application because this is where you help Microsoft to get to know you. This is where you're going to tell them who are you, what is that you are passionate about, what is the intention, why you want to be a Microsoft student partner. So, Beran, if you can change the slide, I will show you the three main questions that you're going to have to answer in this section. So the first question is inspire, and it says what excites you about technology and why you want to help other students explore and learn. Then there is a teach, say a question which says how would you take a technical concept and teach it to a friend or peer that has never heard of it. Just imagine that you have a friend who has never like programmed in Python, and he's going to ask you like, hey, what is an if loop, or what is an if, what is a while loop, what is a for loop, can you explain me? Then you have to imagine what you can do, what you can say, what tips you can follow in order to explain your friend that concept, expecting the fact that he has never heard of that concept before. And there is also a promote question, which says if you were hosting an event at your school, how would you get students to attend? So in these questions, I will tell you, be pretty creative, use your creative thinking, unleash your creativity, because you can have a lot of ideas and then include those in these questions. So what is the process? You can answer any of these questions with a video or with a written example. If it is a video, it has to be at most of 2 minutes. That's the maximum time, and you can record it with your phone like in a selfie video. You can use your webcam, you can use any other thing, but the principal point of it is that your voice must be heard clearly.
You
So
can refer to some sample videos on YouTube. There are people who have uploaded their videos on YouTube, and yes, you can refer those.
yeah,
Right?
actually, that is pretty amazing because if you look at application videos on YouTube, you will find some videos which title includes like the word selected, which means that are people who applied and were selected for the program, and you can get to find like an example and a guide in order to make your own videos. So I was saying that you can make a video or written sample for any of the questions, but the point is that you have to make at least one video because the Microsoft wants to know you, wants to see you, wants to know who you are. So at least one of those questions must have to include a video. So Beran, if you can help me going to the slide back again, please.
Sorry
I
to
will.
interrupt you, Mr. Gentleman. Actually,
Yep.
I would like to ask. I have filled the form like 2 months back, or maybe you can say 3 months back. But
Okay.
still, they are saying me that your application is in pending, or I don't know what actually going on.
So I'll take up that.
Yep.
Probably you must have not submitted the requirements, must have fulfilled the requirement because, as Sharif said, there must be one video submission. So did you submit one video?
Yeah, actually, I am fascinated about AR and VR technology. So, as I know, I have took one session based on the AR VR on the Unity platform, and I have made one video and posted it on YouTube using
Okay,
links.
fine, fine.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, so does that say pending or does that say being on review or something? What does that say exactly?
Exactly. It says that
You can still
Uh,
edit it,
s-
right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
so the thing is, the application form is open and it's still open till 30th November. So you can make any edits till 30th November, and after 30th November, your form will get closed. Like it will get submitted. Till then, it
Um,
doesn't get submitted. It will be like you can edit it still.
yeah.
Just to add to
As
that,
I oh
regarding the forms, even if it passes 30th November, if they haven't entered the review stage, then you're still able to make some changes. But just know that after 30th of November, if they do go into the review stage, you can't start editing it. But
yeah,
30th November
yeah.
is the date you should have it completed, because if you make changes after, you might not be able to fit them in.
And
Okay.
also, something that you have to take in consideration is that the next group of student partners is going to be announced in January 2020. So
Oh,
maybe that's why you haven't received any update, because the time when they are going to review the application hasn't started yet. So
I have one more query that do
yeah,
I need to upload my video like more than one, or I will share my drive link where are some videos and some photos of my, so that I can prove that yeah I can took a session and all.
Yeah, there's option for additional links and additional information in the last section. Probably Sharif will cover that, and maybe there you can give the drive link for other things,
Oh,
the things which are not mandatory. You can give those link in that area.
oh, okay, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Sharif, if
okay,
you can
Hi,
continue.
I have a
okay,
question actually.
yep,
Okay,
tell
okay.
us.
So, there was this point that you have to explain a topic to a friend, right? So, can we
Yeah.
just take up any topic, or like it has to pass some criteria? Like, if I am building a web application, like that's the level, or just like if else loop, if else,
Any
if
topic is
else.
fine. Any topic is fine. During my time, I uploaded the video. For the teaching part, I uploaded it. Yeah, guys, there is some disturbance from someone's.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you unmute? Yeah. So during my time, I uploaded the video which was titled "How to Install Python in Your Desktop." So there is no level what they judge. Any video, any tech related video is totally fine.
Okay, so
Yeah,
they just
so
want to see that someone like named uh Vedant exists,
Not
and if
particularly, but yes, moreover, they want to see whether you are good at communicating things or not.
all right,
Yeah,
thanks.
Vedant, one thing I want to ask you.
yeah.
You had shown your face in the video, or it was just your voice in that video?
In these links, which are mandatory, the inspire, the teach, or the promote, yes, you need to show your face. You
Yeah,
may ref-
exactly.
you may refer the
There was a
YouTube
question.
videos for that.
Oh, okay. So I have the same question, like you answered. You need to show your face. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah, helpful. Thank.
Okay. Thank you, Sharif. You can continue. We can take
okay,
other questions later in the question round. Okay. Thank you.
yep. So in the application form, you will find boxes. Either if you're going to do a written sample, or if you're going to make a video, you can include the link of your video. Actually, you can save your video anywhere you want. You can do it in OneDrive, in a Google Drive, in YouTube. Any idea that you can have, but the point is that you have to make sure that other people can see the video once they click on the link. So, Beran, if you can help me with 2 slides, okay? Another one. Perfect. And then the application form ends with additional info where you can include if you are a blogger, if you like to write some video to DIY videos, if you have any vlog, any article, you can include them. If you have a LinkedIn profile, an Instagram account, anything that you can include in there, it is pretty helpful in order to Microsoft to get to know you. And then there is also a last section of technical skills. And if you can see the statement, it says which of the following technologies interest you. It's not asking actually what are you expert in, what are you specialized in. It's like what interests you, what technology would you like to learn. because as I was saying, the program it counts with a lot of resources, with a lot of tools, with a lot of people, professionals from Microsoft that will help you to grow these skills in tech, to learn new skills, and to boost your career, as I was saying. And then the last slide, I will include some recommendations, if you can help me, Vedant. And I will tell you, please, to take the time to think your answers well. As we were saying, the deadline is November 30, so you have 1 week in order to do so, and you can take your time to think your answers. Also, I will tell you, please be honest and be yourself. Show in your videos, in your samples, who are you? What do you want to do in the program? Why you want to be a Microsoft student partner? Show your passion for technology, or either it is teaching or sharing or making, doing some networking, empowering people, empowering communities. If you have a community, if you like to write, to make technical writing, uh, any of those passions that you can have, please make sure to show who you are. Also, it is helpful to support your answers with concise examples, and this is a pretty good recommendation that I'm making, that I'm giving to you, not only for this application, but actually for any application that you can do. It is for an internship or anything. It is very helpful in your applications to support the things that you're saying with actual examples. For example, it is not the same to say, like, I am an expert in C++, than saying I am an expert in C++ and I have made all these projects in C++. So if you have kind of examples of everything, like one of you were saying that in the teach section made a video with Unity, that's a pretty good example of making concise examples in your applications. So that is helpful. It's not always mandatory, but it's a recommendation, a personal recommendation from me for you. Also, I was telling you, unleash your creativity. So think out of the box. Think about a lot of ideas of what you can do, and that is not only going to help you in the application, but if you get to be selected, it is going to give you a lot of ideas that you can follow up when you get to be selected as a student partner. And last of all, this is something that helped me personally when I was making my own application. I asked myself, why do I want to be a Microsoft student partner? What would you do once you got selected in the program? And how would you will do that? So I can tell you that if you get to ask that questions to yourself, it will be very helpful. That the first answer that you will think of, it will be very helpful and will help you to make your videos and your written samples. So as a last announced, I was telling you in the next slide, Vedant. I was telling you that the deadline is November 30. Actually, the application form is going to be open all year. But if you want to be selected for the next group that will be announced in January 2020, you have to apply before November 30, 2019. And that's it. Thank you, guys. I hope to see you all applying. I hope to have you in the next year. So remember me, and if you get to be part of the program, once you get to our Microsoft Teams community, don't forget to say hi and to remember me that we were doing this. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharif. And so now we go to the next part. But before that, I would just like to add something to it. If you see this additional section where you need to submit the links for your Twitter, Stack Overflow, blogs, and GitHub, these are not mandatory, but it's better if you submit those. They'll get to know you better. So if you don't have blogs, so you have kind of a week's time, write a blog and submit and put the link. So it will help you in any case. That's it. Yeah. Thank you. So here we come to the next part, MSP experience by Sabiha. I invite Sabiha to take this. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Sharif and Vedant. That was very insightful. And now that you know how you can apply to be an MSP, I'd like to share a few of my personal experiences in the program so far. So, I heard about the Microsoft Student Partner Program from a technical club on campus, And I also attended a few of these events which were organized by Microsoft student partners on my campus. And it was really exciting to learn all these technologies, and I really wanted to get more into it. So I applied for it and was selected for the November 2018 group of intakes. And during my first year, I was just assisting most of the MSPs and writing blogs on Microsoft technologies. And during that time, they released a form for the Microsoft Student Partner Summit. And Vedant, could you just change the slide?
Sure.
So if you guys have not heard about the Microsoft Student Partner Summit, uh, it is basically a summit where they bring in all the outstanding MSPs from a particular region and give them a chance to interact with each other as well as learn from the Microsoft Student Partner managers. So it's not just about you learning and teaching others, you also get a chance to be a part of summits like these. And basically, the summit is around a 5 day long event where you have various events in parallel with it. So you have the Imagine Cup regional finals, you have the Microsoft Ignite the Tour, which, if you don't know, it's like a Microsoft conference where people all over the world, like Microsoft employees all over the world, come in and they teach you various Microsoft technologies. And the best part is that when you are a Microsoft student partner above the Alpha 2 level, which one of our MSPs is going to explain what it is. Basically, you can just apply with a video, and if you get selected, you'll get like a fully sponsored trip to attend. Suppose it's EMEA region, it's Netherlands, and for the other regions, it's held in different places like Australia and such. And Vedant, could you just change the slide?
Yeah, overview of the summit.
Uh, could you just, yeah,
Didn't
okay,
it change? Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just give you a brief overview of how the whole regional summit will be organized. So the first day usually is meant for the MSPs to arrive. So for me, when I arrived, I was arriving pretty early. So I got the opportunity to explore Amsterdam a little bit, as well as speak with the MSPs that had arrived that day. And the second day is a collaboration of all the MSPs as well as the Imagine Cup participants. They all get a chance to go to the Microsoft office. So in my case, since it was the EMEA summit, I got an opportunity to go to the Microsoft Netherlands office. And here there was talks given by the GIST network, which is an organization that talks about entrepreneurship and such. So the talks were related to how you can make a perfect pitch, how you can create entrepreneurship ideas and take it to the next level. And this talk was addressed to both the Imagine Cup participants as well as the MSPs. And we were working on various activities with the GIST network speakers. And here we also got to interact with the Microsoft program managers, such as Pablo and such. And Vedant, if you could just go to the next slide. And on the third day, you get an opportunity to watch the Imagine Cup regional finals live. So the MSPs and the contestants for the Imagine Cup went to the RAI Amsterdam, which is like a conference center. And here we got to see all of them live. If you look at the second picture, it's one of the team presenting called Amnex. And yeah, it was a great experience to just see how the teams pitched, what questions the judges asked, and seeing the hands-on demo as well. And on the same day, there were some talks given by some Microsoft employees. For example, there was Masa Walker, who was a Windows developer marketing manager, and a few other speakers. And she gave like a really nice talk about how you can utilize LinkedIn to make yourself stand out, especially in today's era. So the talks given are something you can actually learn from and utilize in your everyday life. And the next day, which was day 4, is when we got to experience the Microsoft Ignite the tour. And this tour is basically happening at various places across the world. So there's one happening in Dubai, one happening in Milan, and there was one happening in Amsterdam. So that day we basically just went in and we got to choose our own sessions, which we wanted to look at. So we could go and speak with the experts at the networking booth, as well as just attend the sessions, learn what is being shared. And that day, it basically ended with a private dinner, and we got to like meet the MSPs one final time. And the day 5 was basically like it was MSP heading out for flights. So I had a really early flight, so I left right in the morning. But for the people who had their flights booked sometimes in the evening, they got to stay as well as attend the Ignite the Tour day 2. And Vedant, could you just go to the next slide?
Yeah, I changed the slide. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. So overall, basically, the summit was a great experience, and I got to learn a lot from the various MSPs, especially my roommate who was MSP since many years. She shared a lot of her suggestions. And using these suggestions, I was able to conduct a lot of events in my community, and these range from like Android development, Power BI, and I noticed that a lot more students were interested from all of these suggestions that was incorporated. And as per their request, we actually started a newsletter so that we could put in all these scholarship information. We could inform them when the next level of MSP registration was open. And so this was something that I also learned from the summit. And it was really great to see all of this turn out. And we also shared some learning materials for the students. And Vedant, if you could, yeah. So from this newsletter, it was really happy to see that about 5 women MSPs were selected during this year's intake. And previously, I was the only female MSP in my region. And seeing that 5 women were selected was really great to see that so many people were interested in being a MSP. So yeah, that's it from me. And following this, Daniel will also be sharing his experience in the program. So yeah.
Thank you, Sabiha. It seems very nice. Like I was fascinated by the experience you had, and I look forward to have one. So yeah, this was what MSP program is. You have regional summits. You're sponsored for the regional summits, and you travel to different locations. You meet the mentors, the other student partners. Overall, it's a nice experience. So now it's time for Daniel to tell his experience. So I request Daniel.
Thank you. Okay, before entering this great program, I had the opportunity to organize some workshops and carry out certain initiatives in my university through the student community of Microsoft. One day, browsing the Microsoft information page, I found the term Microsoft Student Partners. At that time, I tried to find a little more information on internet, and many comments on several pages said that it's a unique and incredible experience. Personally, the experience that others saw me motivate to a lot to be able to share technological knowledge in my university. In until April started, and I had the opportunity to apply to the program. In the application form, they practically asked me 4 questions. Number 1, the technologies which I had previously worked, which at that time were working with relational databases and with some frameworks for web development. The questions 2, the technologies that I would like to work with. In answered that I would like to work with several Azure services, especially these related to artificial intelligence, such as Microsoft Community Services, and also NoSQL databases. Number 3, they also asked me how to promote a workshop or an event at my university. Here talk about the organization more than everything and how to get to reach. In my opinion, the best way to promote an event is online, creating an event on Facebook, or if the event is big, creating a small website, and with this, launch an advertising on Facebook to have more reach. And for question, finally, they asked me about my passion for technology and how I will apply it within the program. In summarize, this is about, for me, learn to share. Currently, the application process is a bit different. Now there are fewer questions, but as for a video, with the aim of expressing our passion for technology and how to share that passion for others. Next, please. Vedant. Until on Thursday, September 27th, 2018, I was notified that I had been accepted into the program. From that moment began this great adventure. Next, please. And in this September, I had the opportunity to be renewed as Microsoft Student Partner to continue for another amazing year. Okay, next, please. The program has three fundamental pillars: learn, share, and connect. At first, I saw them as wow, it's amazing. And I was curiously about the third pillar. How can we connect? How can we establish our networks or contacts? At that time, I didn't understand it very well, but now reality is different. Since we are talking about experience, I will take the liberty of telling you a little about my experience in these three pillars. Okay, next. Learn a lot. The program has given you many tools where we can learn, mainly an Azure subscription where we can perform our practices as we learn. Many of knowledge can be acquired in Microsoft Docs or Microsoft Learn, which are free platforms for all these who wish to learn something specifically about Microsoft technologies. A very good initiative that the program has so that we can acquire new knowledge is the Cloud Advocate Happy Hour, a series of online conferences where people are passionate about the cloud and programming share their knowledge with workshops such as Azure services, engineering experiences. Previously slide. Something very good about the program is that we have the freedom to learn what we want. They have specific areas where we can learn and obtain information about questions we may have. For example, areas of data science, Internet of Things, web and mobile development, video game development, computer security, and several more. In my case, I really like working in the area of artificial intelligence and learning to build solutions through Azure. In short, the programs allows you to learn much more than what we when initially proposed. Okay, next. Share knowledge. For me, this is one of the best parts to share with others what I have learned. Next. Organizing workshops, presentation and conferences on my campus not only allows you to acquire new knowledge to other students, it also allows you to know the skills that could develop in the future. It's always very nice to share what one is learning, and from my perspective, when we do a workshop, we learn more than we share. Okay, next. And connect. It seems the most complicated pillar of all, but I personally believe that connect is the result of learning for sharing. Thanks to the program, we can create an excellent network of contacts. For example, in this initiative, the Global MSP Information Session has allowed the Microsoft student partners around the world to create this incredible space to learn and share. After creating enough connections, one of my great achievements was the opportunity to organize the event Global Azure Bootcamp 2019 nationwide in Ecuador. Next. This great event was a special edition of the Global Azure Bootcamp since we celebrated in 2 days full of workshops, conferences, and presentation of projects carried out with all the power of Azure. It was very important in the sense that several universities in the country traveled to Cuenca, the city where my university is located, and they were able to see everything that programs offer to the Microsoft student partners to carry out our events. It was an incredible experience. Next, please. In addition, more initiatives can be carried out to share everything we learn. This event was the result of great teamwork. Alone is it impossible. Next, please. All this was also thanks to the team of Microsoft student partners Cuenca, the student community of Microsoft in my university, which I have the pleasure to lead. I take this space to thank you for all the work you do to carry out these type of initiatives. Next, please. Another experience that I will never forget is about the MSP Tech Days, a series of online sessions in LATAM. In July, I had the opportunity to present a talk about Microsoft Community Services and the human side of intelligent applications. Well, it's true that it can be common with other experiences when presenting workshops. The different time this time is that the presentation was in English. I remember when the team was organizing the presentation of the MSP Tech Days, and I proposed to them to present the community services, and I told him I was going to do it in Spanish. Days later, we all agreed to make all the presentation in English to have greater global reach. Throughout this time, what means this I say. That's why it's one of my great experience. Thanks to this, they give me the first push and make my first presentation in English. The moral of the story is that in the program, we can learn everything and live great experiences, including learning a new language, in this case, English, for example. Okay, next slide, please.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
This one?
Next. Okay, for that, I also want to thank the Microsoft Student Partners teams. I'm very sure that this event, previously please, will be the first step to continue doing incredible activities, and as I said before, beyond sharing knowledge, having the opportunity to learn from these spaces. The previously slide, please. And the most important thing to invite other students to be part of this incredible program so they can live these experiences, and to other student partners as well. And to summarize, I will add the following. Being the MSP is a great experience since there is a lot of work to do, there are many events to be done, a lot of to study to achieve a certification, a lot of development to be always up to date to order to write in a blog. But at the end of the day, the experiences of effort, dedication, and above all teamwork is something that in the end leaves very good memories. For my part, once again, thank you very much. and MSP for life. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you
That
so
was
much.
nice. And next, we have benefits of being Microsoft student partner. So here you take up.
Hi guys. My name's Salman, and yeah, I just love being a Microsoft student partner. Just interacting with all of these students here. We're all part of the Microsoft student partner. Everyone who's doing the call right now, we're all Microsoft student partners, and this is just a community effort that we
And
decided to set up.
hopefully, we be Microsoft student partner forever.
Yeah, I mean, like, we don't want to leave. This is we want to build a community. We want to get you guys involved and work with you guys all the time. That's mainly that's what I really love about it. Like, Vedant's from India. We got Sabiha from Dubai. We have everyone from across the world. We have many student partners, and it's just amazing. We're just able to connect, and we all have that sort of passion. And sorry, is my microphone a bit too quiet? I'm gonna turn it up a bit.
No, it's perfect.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, what are the benefits of being a Microsoft student partner? Basically, it gives you the opportunity to grow your skills whilst you also have something to aim for. So, for example, I myself love learning and pursuing Microsoft technologies, and I've always had this passion since like a young age. My first ever computer was a Microsoft XP computer. I remember playing with the floppy disks. For those of you who don't know what floppy disks are, if you go into Microsoft Word, you have that little icon in the top left where you save. That's the image of a floppy disk. So yeah, I just love pursuing Microsoft technologies, and this is your chance to give yourself a purpose. So as you can see on screen, you have Microsoft Learn on the right, and then on the left are some of the certifications I've done, and those are the certifications I did before becoming a Microsoft student partner at the beginning of the year. These were done over 2 days, and just if you show your passion for learning and you show that you just love to teach and spread the knowledge, that's something I feel that will get you far in the application. So yeah, you're giving yourself a purpose to pursue Microsoft technologies. You have an end goal and something to aim for. So like whilst you're in university, you have coursework, you have assignments that you need to do, and you realize that those deadlines that you are set help you reach an end goal. So in this sense, you're given goals set by Microsoft. You've got learning paths to complete, and they kind of push you. And if you don't have that sort of push, sometimes you just might be wandering around doing random sort of technologies. But with Microsoft Student Partner Program, you have the support, you have the connections in Microsoft who are able to help you, and you've got those monthly calls with the cloud advocates. You have happy hour calls, and it's really amazing. What I actually found out recently is the cloud happy hours and the happy hours, the all hands call. The all hands calls, that's actually a term they use within Microsoft for their Teams meetings. So we're basically mirroring what it's like to be in Microsoft but as students, and it's that amazing ability to be a student and just teach Microsoft technologies and work with them at the same time. The issue I used to have when being a not being a Microsoft student partner was I would just go around London trying to find different members from Microsoft or MVPs. If you don't know what an MVP is basically Microsoft's most valuable professional program. So they run events, but so I would try to find them to set up my own event. And the issue was I couldn't really sort out things on my own. But now being a Microsoft student partner, you have that direct connection with employees at Microsoft. You have direct connection with the staff here. You have a host of students who have the exact same passion for technology that you do. And that's what I think is really amazing. So when it comes to services and software, you get loads of software and services that you can use. For example, you've got the whole Office 365 suite. You have Microsoft Azure, so you get $150 free credits a month when you get to your second milestone of being a student partner. And how do you get to your second milestone? You just do one learning path. As I said, you're giving yourself a goal. Once you do that, you have more credits to use. And obviously this will aid in doing a presentation. For example, if I'm going to be doing a talk on Azure, I'm going to be using a lot of credits if I do weekly talks. So this will aid you with that. And you can also use that to expand your knowledge in Azure as well. You also get Visual Studio Enterprise, you get Subway Catering, I think I mentioned, and yeah, the Office 365 suite. You get LinkedIn Premium for some period of time. Whether or not they'll have all these benefits when it comes to January, it might differ. You might have more benefits, but it's really amazing to have that sort of support. And I used to run a society and I wasn't a student partner, and it was a lot harder. So this is amazing to have all that sort of support. If I go into the next slide, so lastly, I'll say you'll be joining a massive community of students who have such a similar mindset to yourself. We all have a passion to learn and teach whilst being spread out across the world. It doesn't matter where you are, you have access to this global community 24/7. I myself have studied in 2 different universities, my first in London, my second one here in Nottingham, and it can sometimes be hard to find people who have the same passion for technology as yourself. And yes, there may be other people who have the same passion for technology per se, but they might not have the same passion for Microsoft that we all have. I love what I do and they love what they do, and in person you might know me as the annoying person who just advocates Microsoft 24/7, but here I don't stick out like a sore thumb anymore. I want more of you guys to sign up, expose your passion for Microsoft. More of you need to share your passion and keep inspiring every person and organization on the planet to achieve more. I hope to see you guys soon in the next round of the Microsoft Student Partner elections.
Thank you, Salman.
Awesome.
That was a nice session you gave. The next is program requirements, and I request Alex to take over.
Yes, thank you, and thank you, Salman. Yeah, joining MSP is amazing, and there are numerous opportunities waiting for you. And I'm sure that some of you are curious about the expectations as an MSP. So I will tell you all the requirements you are expected to meet in this program. As Daniel mentioned, there are 3 core values for MSP, which are learn, lead, and share. Most of the requirements are related to these 3 topics. I will explain them one by one. Okay, next. Let's start with learn. As an MSP, you will be able to access Microsoft resources with your student partner alias. With this alias, you can participate in the MSP Milestone Scheme. The MSP Milestone Scheme is a platform which teaches you Microsoft technologies like Azure, Windows 10 applications, Dynamic 365, and so on. It is very useful since it helps you build a solid foundation for future MSP events. By finishing the designated pathway, you will be promoted from Alpha 1 to Alpha 2. This promotion has to be finished within 120 days. The next promotion is from Alpha 2 to Beta, and this promotion will take you less than a year. I will talk more about it later. And the second requirement is about leading. In another word, how you shall impact your society. Before promoting to Beta, you will, the previous page. Yeah, thank you. And so before promotion to Beta, you will have to hold some events. The events topics allowed are diverse. Workshops, talks, hackathons, sharing session like today can count towards your contribution. And if you have a rich leading history, there is a high chance for you to promote to gold, which gives you even more resources. So hold as many events as possible after you get in order to stand out in the Microsoft community. We do look forward to join events held by all of you, future MSP, and all of those in the PowerPoint slides are resources which you have access to at each stage. Sorry. Okay, next. So last but not least, sharing. After holding events, you are required to report the events to Microsoft through a report form in Microsoft Teams. Through reporting, your events will count towards your contributions, which increases your chance of being invited to the MSP Summit and the MSP next year. The quota for MSP Summit is limited. There are 30 each for Alpha 2 and Beta this year. Once again, the more you contribute to MSP community, the higher chance of you being invited. Okay, so next. And some of you may ask, what is Microsoft Teams? So Microsoft Teams is an important tool. It is a platform we use to share our thoughts and ideas. It is necessary for every MSP to log in to Microsoft Teams every 30 days. Besides, there are two compulsory calls, which are CA Happy Hour call and All Hands call. You are required to attend both per 90 days. And next. So here are all the requirements for MSP, and you can take a screenshot. And the workload is not substantial in the first year of the MSP program, and you will receive a notifications for every deadline in Microsoft Teams as well. But please make sure that you meet all the requirements, because if you don't, your status as an MSP might not be renewed next year. So next page.
Thank you, Alex.
Sorry, I still got a part. Yeah. So in conclude, as an MSP, you have to first learn according to your interests, then try to lead and plan for an event. Lastly, share your outcome with others. And that's it for my section. And the next part will be about Imagine Cup. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. So here we come to Imagine Cup, one of the competition being organized by Microsoft. It's a hackathon, a global hackathon. The It's Imagine Cup, the passion where passion meets the purpose. So the hackathon is conducted in various regions, basically divided into three regions: Asia, EMEA, that is Europe, Middle East, and Africa, and America. So in of the first round is the online submission round, and you need to submit your idea, all about your project, your software, how it works, the technology behind it. You need to submit the details about it. And first of all, you need to go to the link imaginecup.microsoft.com, and there you can register, form a team of 1 to 3, and you can submit your project. You can create a team and submit the project. Make sure you screenshot it. The deadline for the Asia submission, online submission, is 1st December. For EMEA, it's 15 December, and for America, it's 15 January. The result of the online round will be declared on 3rd January. For Asia, for EMEA, it's 15 January. For America, it's 15th Feb. Later, the regional finals of Asia will be on 19th February in Singapore, as Sabiha told that the summit, the regional MSP summit, is most probably is with Ignite Tour and Imagine Cup. So it is on 19th February 2020 in Singapore. The selected people who are selected for the next round get sponsored by Microsoft to travel to Singapore and present their project. Again, for EMEA, it is on 10th March in Amsterdam. For America, it's in Mexico City on 29th March 2020. All after all these regional summit, the winners of the regional summits get opportunity to compete at the World Championship, which will be in Seattle, United States. And the date is not decided yet. It will be somewhere in April, and that's how Imagine Cup works. So most of you are attendees from Asia, so make sure you submit your idea before 1st December if you wish to participate. You can in Imagine Cup, participating in Imagine Cup, you get mentorship from Microsoft experts. You get networking with industry professionals. You get chance to showcase your idea. As I told, the trip to Amsterdam, Singapore, and Mexico is by Microsoft, is sponsored. And moreover, you get cash money as prize, and you can use that to develop your project, maybe a startup or something. So that was all about Microsoft Student Partner Program, application, experience, summarizing everything so you can apply on studentpartner.microsoft.com. There you have an application form. Make sure you fill the application form properly as per the instructions. And later, the deadline is 30 January for the January cohort. If you get selected, the MSP will be announced in January. You'll get mail about it. Once you get selected, you'll get a student partner mail ID for you, and you can use that to log in on Teams. On Teams, there is various app, and there is milestone. Then you start with milestones. The first milestone, you are by default everyone is on Alpha 1 level. If you complete learning path, you go to Alpha 2. You hold a workshop, you go to Beta, and so on. And this is how you get promoted. There is regional summit which happens in various regions, and the student partners who perform well during the program get sponsored to be a part of the regional summit for 5 days, and it's very interesting to be a part of regional summit. So this is how it works. Even if you do better, you perform much better, you may be promoted as MVP, that is Microsoft Valuable Professional, Most Valuable Professional. So that's again a award that Microsoft program runs. So this is how the MSP program works, and this was all about Imagine Cup. So thank you guys, thank you for being a part of it. Thank you to all speakers who helped, and it's made this possible with collaborating. And any questions, anyone?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question about the MSP program admissions. What if I submit my admission in December? In which group I'm going to be selected if is that my case?
Who do you address this question?
I can answer
Uh,
that.
Anyone who can answer me.
So if you missed
So
this deadline,
if you submit
oh,
before
my
30th
mic's
November,
muted.
you'll be considered for the January cohort. But if you submit after 30th November, you will be considered for the successive cohort, which may be in September, because they have made the form biannually. So one is declared in January and one is declared in September, as per my knowledge. So if you submit it
Okay.
after 30th November, you'll be considered for the September cohort.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Wait,
Hello?
mic's
Yeah.
not muted.
Vedant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one question.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I try to apply for MSP this time before December, then if it rejected by the Microsoft, then can I apply it again, like in the next sem?
Yes, you can
Or
apply. Yes, you can apply again and again. As someone said, I don't remember during the call. One of us got rejected and again applied for it and got selected. So you can apply it again and again. Just make sure you don't miss the deadlines. You'll be updated with the website.
Okay.
Wait. I'm lagging.
So if you have further questions, I'll just again go through our
I think I've lagged out.
you can take a screenshot for Sabiha _000 or on LinkedIn Sabiha Shaik. Salman MKC has its
Hello.
username.
There are lots of questions that I saw in the Mixer chat, and I was answering those there. I think perhaps I will go over them just speaking so that everyone here, because not everyone saw the Mixer chat, so there were some questions that came up, so I think I'll go through those and answer those. So, okay, let's see. So I was asked the question, if you're currently in high school and you aren't going to be starting a degree soon, because under the student applications you need to put what degree you're doing and your expected graduation date. If you're basically, different countries have different start ages for university. For example, in India, I believe, Vedant, you can confirm with me, you start university after doing 12 years at school, as opposed to here in the UK you do 13 years at school.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's why the age thing is different. So as long as you're going to be starting university soon, that should be okay, because then you can put in your what degree you're doing, like bachelor's and things like that, because some people also are doing, they're not doing, don't
Diploma?
ask me. Yeah, diplomas, yeah. That's not an option. Does anyone here have an experience with, have the experience of applying with a diploma out of the MSP?
No, I don't have experience, but yeah, maybe there must be requirement as student, so they accept bachelor's, master's, even PhD as a student is accepted for the student Pratna program. So I think diploma may not be a problem. I don't think so. It's a problem.
We can chase that question up, and then if you want to join the Discord or ask one of us on Twitter, I can get back to you on that question. So after chasing this up, I found out that as long as you're in a university or college that offers a degree, then you can still apply. If you do a diploma, just choose bachelor's for now. They might add the feature in the future so that you can choose a diploma, but if you're doing a diploma, just choose bachelor's from the drop down. Yeah, and I've got another question here. So hi, from Slinky Badge 1911. Hi, I am from India. I want to that if I don't know much about Microsoft technology at present, but I am very much passionate and interested to explore more. So, will my application have any chance of selection? Definitely. So it doesn't matter if you do not use any Microsoft technologies at the moment, but if you do, then that's great, and that can help your application a lot, I feel. But the idea is to spread the technologies, and as an MSP, you will be required to do talks on Microsoft technologies. But at the moment, if you can just show you're passionate, I guess, about teaching, that might be enough. But obviously, if you already have the passion for Microsoft, your application might be more appealing. And that's I can't guarantee whether or not people will get in based on, oh yes, just because I teach Microsoft technologies. It's not just black and white like that. It's there's like a spectrum as to what you need to do. What should one focus while recording the video for MSP be? Asked by Case Fan. The video, so I can say on my standpoint, and I think we'll go around each MSP who is in the call. They can speak on what they think is the main focus. So I think my main focus for the video was to just show my passion for Microsoft. I mean, it was, for me, it's easy to talk about why I love Microsoft and everything like that. What about you, Vedant?
So, am I audible? Yeah. So I think the video, it's not about how much you know, it's about how much can you communicate. So it judges your communication skills, because more likely you're going to deliver workshops and webinar, so it's very important that you are able to express yourself. So that's what the video is about.
Yeah, my video also showed a lot of like workshops I've done before, because I used to teach Microsoft technologies to like high school students and primary school students. So I put evidence of that in there. If you like lead a society or are involved with a society, that's something which is really beneficial, because you're basically going to be doing more of that. But also you can get recognition from your institution by showing you're a Microsoft student partner, and hopefully they can support you through that. So I just get my stuff advertised through my university's social media, like the official Facebook and Twitter, things like that, or through the societies. And I think it's more about trying to basically build a community, and if you're able to work well with others, I think that's will help you a lot. There's more questions. Let's see. If there are more questions, don't be afraid to ask them. Let's see.
Yeah.
Good size for the video, so about 2 minutes. 1 minute and a half, I guess, to 2 minutes. That's the requirement that they ask for.
Hello.
So
Yeah.
Hello.
You
My name is Nikhil. I'm from DTU. Actually, I was seeing the application form of MSP, and there it was written in Inspire section. We want to see how you demonstrate passion for technology when you present. So could you please make a little difference between what we have to do in Inspire section and Teach section?
Salman, take that up.
what do you mean by difference between teach session and inspire session?
Like in the application form in Inspire section, it is written, we want to see how you demonstrate passion for technology when you present.
Mm-hmm.
And in the teach section, I feel it is the same thing. So what do we have to write in the Inspire section? Could you please make a difference in them?
Yeah, so in the teach part, you'll have to teach something. You'll have to teach something and show it to them that you have ability to teach something and to express something. While in the inspired part, it is how much are you passionate about technology. So see, can you see the difference? In teach, you need to teach something. For example, if I take a Python, I'll teach Python has these many data types and it works this way and it's how it works and all these things. While in Inspire, it's like I love Python and I've been working on it lately. I've been implementing machine learning using Python. I've started working on machine learning from last few days, last couple of years, and then I also explored the Azure portal. So this is how I tell how much passionate I am about the technology, and this is what the difference is. I hope I have cleared it out.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something like it's the passion for technology can slightly vary from how you would teach it. I believe there's also a question on how you would go about advertising. So if you already do society-like things, you could talk about that. Maybe talk about social media, things like that, because I know a lot of people nowadays use social media in the generations that are coming up, which is a great avenue to advertise things. Any other questions? I'm going to keep scrolling through Mixer and the Teams chat. I need to reopen that. Let me see. Is there any specific limit on the number of students that can be selected from the college? So I don't believe there is, because there are loads of students who come from the same university, at least from what I've seen. So I don't think
Yeah.
that's really an issue. Yes, Sabiha?
Yeah, I'd like to add to that. Like in our university itself, there are a total of around 6 student partners. So I don't think it should be criteria that there are going to be only these many students per university. So they're just looking for people who can like pretty much share the knowledge about Microsoft technologies, who are excited to spread knowledge. So I don't think there are any set criteria for each university.
Awesome, thank you. Another question, how many times can one apply for MSP? So to apply for to be a Microsoft student partner, there's actually no limit, I guess, on how many times you can apply. Obviously, you want to try give it your best shot and not expect to fail. But don't be afraid to fail. And yeah, and someone mentioned here in the call that they were not an MSP for their first application and then they applied again. If you don't get selected if you missed the application for January, then you would automatically be rerouted into the next applications. And yeah, if any other student partners here want to add to that.
A hope for India, the people who are applying from India. We have 500 plus student partner from India, and it's the most as compared to other countries. So, people are more who are applying from India and they get selected. I'm not saying they're biased about it. I'm just saying that there are many people who apply from India, and so there's nothing like there's nothing like they see how much you know and how much you're passionate about. That's it. They are not concerned about that. There's no quota or sort of thing. That's it.
We also got another, it was a comment this time. I recommend this to be streamed on Webshow. Not sure what Webshow is, but we're open to looking into more avenues and trying to branch out. And we got another question here. Mentioning my exemplary academic results in school, will it make any difference? Will I get an edge over others? Like 99 in class 12th computer science school, up topper class 8th to 12th. Mentioning your grades may help you. It may not matter. We can't really say exactly what will get you into the student partner program, but because we're not the judges of that, but it is a benefit I mean, it's a good thing. So it's very impressive to have that, but we can't say whether or not it will get you in or not. Will mentioning that
Well,
I am.
it will help you, but it's not the only thing. There are many other things which are important for being an MSP.
Definitely. Will mentioning that I am already leading a tech student society on my campus have an impact on my application. I think that will definitely help you. So I ran a society before I became a student partner. I actually had issues running Microsoft events because it was just so hard to start them without being a student partner. But that could have helped my application, I guess, because I ran events with the society. So I think that helped me in my application. What's the deadline for the January cohort? 30th of November. But if you miss that, don't worry. You'll just be entered into the next round, and they do quarterly intakes of Microsoft student partners. Are there any other questions? If I've missed your question, just ask it again. How do you motivate students to attend events? Ooh, this is a hard question. So you can give them incentives. For example, you could say give them like certificates. So we're able to give certificates to volunteers and help us at events. So we just
And people usually get attracted for certificates by Microsoft. So
yeah.
it's not certificate by Microsoft, it's a certificate by Microsoft student partner, but then it has Microsoft in it, so people get attracted for that. Again, since you cannot charge anyone to attend your events, so they come because it's free of cost, so there's nothing lost. And again, we generally organize the subway catering, which is being offered by Microsoft for student partners. So they get to, more likely, if they, even if they don't like your event, they'll come to eat the subway, and the event is free of cost. So
yeah, I mean,
there's
like
no
they're
point.
students, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just nice to get free subway. I mean, I was running an event on Thursday, and like they don't just give you a subway. You get like cookies, you get crisps. It's pretty amazing what you can get.
So you get delicious food for free, and that's what motivates people to attend your events.
Yeah, I mean, we're students. We might be in a lot of debt, so like saving like £10 on a meal is awesome. Another question: should the video uploaded on YouTube be private or public, or does it doesn't matter? So it can't be private because then no one can see it unless they log into your account. So make it public or unlisted. There's no requirement to make it public. Mine is actually unlisted. I might just make it public actually, so you guys can see that. So yeah, as long as it's not private, because then they can't see it. Yeah, regarding going back to the motivation thing, just like for me, if there's a Microsoft event, I just love those things, so I would just go. There will be students like that as well. They just love to get involved. Perhaps advertising to first year students actually might be very helpful because they have less things to do, I guess, compared to second and third year students. So during Freshers Week, perhaps, or Freshers Week being like the first week of university or college, you can advertise through like societies, advertise through just putting posters. So I put posters up around my university, and I put like a QR code and made like a website, and then they scan the QR code, it goes to the website, and then they fill out like a form, and then like that goes to either Microsoft Forms, it could be, or Google Forms, and then I just get all the attendees, and then I can manage the event through there. Then you also have like Discord and all these things. Your society, you can just advertise through there. So it depends how you want to go about it. Advertising in person also helps on group chats like that. Yeah.
Any further questions from the people who are on the teams? So if you can unmute yourself and ask any question if you want.
Vedant, I had one question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in my college, if I want to find out like who is the MSP, so does Microsoft provide anything so that I can
Well,
see
there
who
is
is
information about it, but I don't know whether we can share that information with you or not. Just message me and I'll let you know in your area.
Okay, what I had done is I have sent you an invitation on LinkedIn.
Okay, so
So
send me a message on LinkedIn. I'll send me your location, I'll let you know if there is some student partner near your location.
Okay. So I had once interacted with the student partner. So he wanted to host a workshop kind of thing. So he was in need of a conference auditorium actually. So in my college we had a big auditorium. So I thought of calling him like, but he was particular about MSP in my college. So I was not MSP, so I could not help him. That's why I asked.
Oh,
Okay.
being an
So I
MSP,
guess
I try to work with other people, so I guess that just depends on the person. We're as MSPs,
yeah, yeah.
we're open to work with everyone. Like,
Even
yeah.
me for my events, I invited non-MSPs to be volunteer for my event because it helps to grow the community and let other people know about the community. So it's totally fine with me. It's depend upon it. It varies from individual to individual.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
yeah.
does Microsoft allows MSPs to host or collaborate with other colleges, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
hosting or host workshop in other college?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
totally fine. There should not, but the point is there should not be any money matter, and if both the parties are ready, it's totally fine.
Yeah, so I'm doing an event
okay.
this Saturday, and we're going to the Microsoft Reactor in London. We're hosting it with many different MSPs, people from So I go to the University of Nottingham, and then there's going to be students from University College London. There will be like students, I guess, one from Imperial, one from LSE, and we're all just so it's a mix of MSPs, and there will be non-MSPs we'll be working with as well. It's actually going to be UCL's Data Science Society. We'll be working with them, and in the end, right, you want to build a community. I'm the only MSP in my university, and I'm helping another student apply for the student partner program. I told him to join in to this call to watch it. So we were filming a video for him, and yeah, if they're not MSPs now, they can always be in the future, and they don't even have to be. It's whether or not they want to, and it's we're not. We're not closed off from other societies and things. Like, you can collaborate with whoever you
Exactly.
want. Yeah, it's about
I'm from India, and I'm all together collaborating for an event in different country. So I have a meetup upcoming in UAE in Dubai, and it's like there is no barrier, there is no university barrier, nor there is a country barrier. As long as you have permission, just you can.
Yeah, actually, I am from Bangalore, India. So, nearby to our college, we have Microsoft. So every Saturday they have, every weekend they have meetups. So I go and attend
Yeah.
that. Yeah, today also I attended one.
Guys,
That
one more
was
thing. Sorry to interrupt, but one more thing. There is meetup. There are many meetup group on related to Microsoft Student Partner on Meetup.com. So maybe that may help you to get connected with local meetups which are happening, being organized by MSP. So that may help you.
yeah,
As you said, there are many MSPs from Bangalore, so that they may help you for some events in future.
yeah. One more thing, like there is something called GitHub Campus Expert. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so if I apply for that and if I get selected for that, then will it affect my this one MSP?
I'm sure
No,
you can do both. Like, we have students who do
who are
multiple
Google,
organizations.
who are
Yeah.
in DSC, the Student Developer Club by Google, and I guess
Mhm.
Alex is in Google thing and Microsoft both. So maybe Alex can answer this better.
And another thing, right? GitHub is owned by Microsoft, so
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah. So sorry, what the question again?
So he wants to
He
know
was
about.
asking. Okay, Salman, go ahead.
Sorry, he
Yeah,
wants to know about being a student partner and whether or not he can be part of like another organization like, such as GitHub, like on-campus leaders. He wants to see your take on that.
Oh yeah, sure. So I'm also the DSC lead from Google, and as far as I know that there are quite a lot of people doing like two programs simultaneously. So I don't think it will be any conflicts between those programs. Like, but you can read those terms and condition before joining one, because maybe they are different from others. But I can tell you that the DSE and MSP are not related. They have no conflict.
Yeah, there are many people. There are many my LinkedIn connection of mine who are in Microsoft student partner, Google DSA lead, then again Intel student partners and IBM student partners all together. So I don't think there's any problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Yeah, feel free to unmute your mics.
Hello, this is Samya. I have a question about
Hello.
hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're.
My friends are MSPs, and we are going to organize an workshop in the future event, like in January and February, and we're in the progress. If I mention these things in my application, will it be acceptable?
I think so.
Yeah, you can mention that I'm collaborating with some of the MSPs for a few events. So
we are in a club. We are in a club, and we are working on it. So
yeah, that may help. Salman, if you wish.
The only difference is when you have multiple MSPs is your requirement for events is slightly higher, as in you're supposed to have about 10 people per MSP. So say if you have 4 people, then you have 40 people at least for your event. That's like the only thing, but then it helps you to run events with other MSPs. Yeah, are there any MSPs here who are Sabiha? I think this would be a good question for you. Because you have multiple MSPs in your university, whether or not Subway, if it's limited, depending on the number of student partners you have, if you can get more than 100 and things like that.
I think the maximum limit for you to get Subway is 100, no matter the number of MSPs. I mean, no matter the number of students attending. So I think the soft limit is around 3 Subway orders per MSP at our university. I mean, I'm not sure, like the other MSP just informed me about this, but I didn't really read it anywhere. So yeah, but no matter what, your maximum order per Subway is 100. And yeah, and regarding the events, like if you have more MSPs, you can actually collaborate and create more like events. So I think that makes sense why there would be a larger requirement.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
I guess we are done with all questions. If there, you can reach out to us on our social media handlers, and I'll just go through the slide once, and you can take the screenshot of it. So yeah, it's for daniel.gomez@studentpartner.com and @ES Daniel Gomez for LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. These are the link of Sharif. You can just quickly take screenshot out of it. It's me, Vedant Bahel.
Okay. For my part too, thank you all very much for attending. I look forward to seeing you next year with the program and together bring many initiatives, new experiences. Thank you very much. Gracias a todos en español. Thank you.
Yeah, my Instagram and LinkedIn's the exact same thing. If you just want to search for my name, Salman MKC will pop up for everything. Basically, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Yeah. And again, if you guys want to join our community, the Discord link will be on screen, hopefully at the end. And it's we're trying to build a community with you guys, and if you guys have any questions, then we can answer them through there or social media. And yeah, hopefully if there's any events we're actually running, we can get you guys involved, and that will be like an insight as to what you have to do to be an MSP. And then you can use that towards your application. Say you've attended an MSP event in the past, things like that, and that would be something I think they would love.
Thank you, guys. It was great interacting with you. The MSP program is totally fun. We guys have a lot of fun, and I love interacting with people from different countries and get to know their culture and everything. And so yeah, it's one kind of yesterday we were rehearsing for this call and we were playing the game online. So that's kind of fun we have in the program in the community. So I hope to see you soon and again increase this community and so we can have a much amplified fun maybe in the future. Thank
Yeah,
you.
definitely. Do you want to put the Discord link on the screen for the last slide of the PowerPoint? I believe it's there. And yeah, just as Vedant was saying, like we were playing like a drawing game yesterday. We were playing it also today to like get us ready for the call. I mean, it's not just about doing presentations all the time. You want to work well with others, have fun with each other. And yeah, it's just a fun environment. Like I'm just glad to work with everyone here, and it's just amazing. Words cannot explain. So I'd love for you guys to join as well. You guys seem like awesome people, and I recognize some of you in the chat. So yeah, that's the Discord link, and you can just put that into your web browser. If you haven't signed up, it's an easy process. You just put your email in and password, I guess, and that's it.
For now, you can take a screenshot of the link as well.
Also, if you guys have Xbox Live, you get Discord Nitro with Xbox Live now. You don't have to be a new subscriber, you get it either way. No worries, Dylan. Thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, everyone. So if other student partners, if you want to say some concluding remarks.
Also, this will be uploaded on YouTube, and you'll be able to watch it there. So yeah, everyone else, do you want to say bye? Daniel, Alex, Sabiha?
Yes, thank you everyone. Thank you for your time, and hope to see you guys in the next year MSP. And good luck.
Exactly. Thank you, everyone. And MSP for life.
Thank you, everyone, for joining the call. And we're all excited, and we hope you apply for the MSP for the next intake so we can see you in the program.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Good night for those who are in India. And
Bye. Good night. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and as per your time zones. Thank you.
See ya.
We might play Scriblio now, actually. I might post it in the Discord if you guys want to join.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
let's go. Yeah, let's go. See you guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.